Our next topic is supervised machine learning. So, this type of machine learning that in which machines are trained using well-labeled training data, and on basis of that data, machines predict the output. And the labeled data means some input data is already tagged with the correct output. So, in machine learning, the training data provided to machines work as the supervisor that teaches the machines to predict the output correctly, and it applies the same concept as a student learns in the supervision of the teacher. That is basically a machine learning. So, uh, in conclusion, it is a process of providing input data as well as the connect and correct output data to the machine learning model, and aim of this algorithm is to find a mapping functions to map the input variables with the output variable. And in the real world, supervised learning can be used for risk assessment, image classification, fraud detection, and spam filtering, and etc. Now, how supervised machine learning works? Basically, in this type of machine learning, models are trained using labeled dataset where the model learns about each type of data. Once the training process is completed, the model is tested on the basis of test data means a subset of the training set, and then it predicts the output. So the working of supervised learning can be easily understood by this example and this diagram. That suppose we have a data set of different type of shapes which includes square or rectangular or triangle and polygon. Now the first step that we need to train the model for each shape is, if the given shape has four sides and all the sides are equal, then it will be labeled as the square. Then if the given shape has the three sides, then it will be labeled as triangle. Also, if the given shape has six equal sides, then it will be labeled as hexagon label. Now, after training, we test our model using the test set, and the task of model is to modify the shape. And machine is already trained on all type of shapes, and when it finds a new shape, it classifies the shape on the basis of number of sides and predict the output. Now, what steps involved in machine learning supervised learning, or we can say supervised machine learning? First, determine the type of training dataset. Then we have to collect or gather the labeled training data. Then we have to split the training dataset into training dataset or test dataset and validation dataset. Then we have to determine the input features of the training dataset, which should have enough knowledge so that the knowledge model can accurately predict the output. Also, uh, determine the suitable algorithm for the model, such as support vector machine, decision tree, and etc. Also, execute the algorithm on the training dataset, and sometimes we need validation sets as the control parameters, which are the subset of training dataset. Also, we have evaluate the accuracy of the model by providing the test set, and if the model predict the correct output, which means our model is accurate. Then supervised learning can be further divided into two types of problems: regression and classification. Basically, regression algorithms are used if there is a relationship between the input variable and the output variable. It is used for the prediction of continuous variables such as weather forecasting, market trend, etc. So we have some popular regression algorithms which come under the supervised machine learning, like linear regression, regression trees, non-linear regression, or polynomial regression, and etc. Also, we have a classification algorithm that is used when the output variable is categorical, which means there are two classes such as yes or no, male, female, true, false, and etc. So, spam filtering means random forest, decision trees, logistic regression, support vector machine. These all used for this machine learning type. Also, we have some advantages of supervised learning. These are with the help of this type of machine learning, the model can predict the output on the basis of prior experiences. Also, we can have an exact idea about the classes of objects, and it will helps us to solve the various real world problems such as fraud detection and spam filtering and etc. Also, we have some disadvantage of this machine learning type, uh, that models are not suitable for handling the complex task. Also, it cannot predict the correct output if the test data is different from the training data set, and training required lots of computation times. Also, we need to enough knowledge about the classes of objects.